and welcome to the Bobcat Broadcast.
Hey guys, has anything interesting happened this last week?
Yes, the Five Hearts Gala.
Well, tell me about it.
The Five Hearts Gala is an auction for our most behearted Mary parishioners and friends. The money raised goes into a general fund that benefits our school. There are 2 auctions that occurred that evening, a live auction and a silent auction. The silent auction has items like teacher gifts and signing up for laser tag at MPHM. The live auction has more expensive items that are auctioned off. A couple of items are an autographed Royals hat by Salvador Perez and a spring break trip to California. Oh, and don't forget the very popular principle of the day, every kid's dream.
This year, the gala honoree was Sister Ann Moylan and the Sisters of Charity. Sister Ann heads the ministry to the aging. Her work is very important. We are blessed she is here at MPHM.
Ann Moylan was born July 17, 1939 to her parents Loretta and Jewel Moylan. She had a great childhood, always enjoying her strong Irish Catholic traditions. She grew up with her 2 brothers, Tom and Bill, and 1 sister, Mary, in Kansas City, Missouri. She attended St. Louis Parish and School and went to Hogan High School. While young Ann was in high school, she joined a club called the Girls Solidarity Group. Every president of the Girls Solidarity Group turned out to answer God's call to be a sister. Monsignor Fosh Gall helped oversee the group, and when young Ann was elected president, he asked her if she was going to become a sister. You see, every president of the Girls Solidarity Group eventually became a sister. The teenage Ann balked at the idea first. She said there was no way she was going to become a sister, but after a time she began to feel the special calling from God. She made a decision to go and talk to Monsignor Fosh Gall about it. The first time she knocked on his door, he was not home. The second time, the same thing happened. He was not there. She made a decision on her 3rd attempt. If he was home and opened the door, that would be her sign that God did want her to be a sister, and her mind would be made up. And yes, he did open the door on the 3rd visit. Aren't we so blessed he did? I guess things do happen for a reason. So in August 1957, the same year she graduated high school, Ann entered the Sisters of Charity. Her first duty as a novice was to teach 2nd grade at St. Daniel's School in Chicago. She taught in full habit and loved her job. She also loved all 62 of her students. Yes, that's right, 62 2nd graders in one classroom. That summer, after her teaching year was over, she was sent to Montana to help her out at a children's orphanage. The love she felt for the orphan children was immediate. She was pleased when she later moved to Denver, Colorado to work with orphan boys. She was particularly fond of the younger children and spent 18 years working with the children ages 6 months to 6 years. Those 18 years came to an end when Sister Ann went home to take care of her ailing father. For a while she was at Sacred Heart Parish here in Topeka, and then she came to Most Behearted Mary Parish. During the week she worked as a kindergarten and 1st grade aide, and on the weekends she'd travel home to tend to her folks. Then another calling in 1995, Father Frank Crishy asked Sister Ann to take over the ministry to the aging. Well, it's not in her nature to say no, and so of course she took it over. Sister Ann was quoted saying, "I walked in not knowing one thing about it except the experience of taking care of my own parents." Well, that experience must have been enough, because what a tremendous job she has done. At Christmas time this past year, she and her tremendous squad of volunteers were ministering to 213 people in our community. She does hospital visits, home visits, Eucharistic ministering, a prayer pager ministry, a prayer blanket ministry. She has just become involved with Topeka Jump, an organization that seeks justice for all walks of life, especially the widowed, the orphaned, and the poor. When asked what keeps her going, Sister Ann replied, "I love people, I love working with the sick and the dying." She says it is sometimes difficult, especially when someone is alone on their death journey and has no one else to be with them but her. But she is glad she is there with them. She says her heart has also become accustomed to receiving special messages from God when she needs to visit someone because her time here is almost over. She encourages all the dying to go and look for Mary in her open arms. And isn't it wonderful she is here with us at our most pure heart of Mary? Sister, thank you for opening your arms to us, for quietly taking care of us, and for loving us like you do. We love you.
You're amazing! You're awesome! You rock! Thank you! You're the best! You're awesome! You're amazing! Thank you for praying for us! How do you do it? Thank you! Thank you for serving us! You're the best! How do you do it? Thank you! We love you!
We are so grateful.
Thank you, Sister Ann!
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sister Ann.
Thank you, Sister Ann!
You rock!
We love you, Sister Ann.
The work you do is so important.
Thank you.
Sister Ann, you are an inspiration to us all.
Going really well in the morning.
Yes, I have noticed that.
Well, since the beginning of the school year, we have started a new routine in the gym. We begin by reading the Most Pure Heart of Mary mission statement. Then we say the Pledge of Allegiance, and at the end we pray a prayer of the teacher's choice. It is a nice way to start our day and helps with noise level and excusing kids in an orderly fashion. It is also a way to start our day with a prayer with the entire student body and faculty.
And here are some videos. In other news, the 7th graders went to the Hayden Art Fair last Thursday.
They played in the drum line, made clay pots, listened to the singers, and did other cool things. All the kids in the school last week went to retreat. The theme was mercy.
All the 3rd graders made blankets for the homeless as a corporal work of mercy.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Sheets,
And I'm Joey.
and Joey's going to be confirmed this year, right?
Yes.
And we've been learning so much about that, correct?
Yes, we have.
And in fact, the last story of the person we learned about was Saul, who later got his name changed to
Paul.
Now, what was he doing when his name was Saul?
Persecuting Christians.
That's right, and he was on his way to where? Do you remember what the city was called? It starts with a D.
Damascus.
Damascus, very good. And he was blinded for 3 days, and he had this great conversion, and God changed his name. Now, the reason God changed his name is because he was converted. Much like you will receive a new name at confirmation, correct?
Yes, I will.
Have you chosen your confirmation name yet?
Yes, I have.
What saint are you going to be?
St. Francis Xavier.
That's awesome. The 8th graders acted out this story, and here is a video of a movie preview they made about it.
I'm thankful for my sister. I'm thankful for my brothers and sisters and my family.
I'm thankful for the parents that share our students here at Most Pure Heart with us.
For my family.
I am thankful for food.
The Saints came a marching in last Friday, November 6th, here at Most Pure Heart of Mary Catholic School.
They did?
They did. They looked wonderful at Mass, and after Mass, they visited almost all the classrooms to talk about their lives and how they followed God.
That is pretty cool.
And here are some videos and pictures.
Visited by an angel,
Which led to a very bad cooking problem. And I set good examples to people who are persecuted for their faith. And when people try to hurt me or persecute me, God made me heavier than a mountain so they couldn't move me.